What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel, Obi-Wan Jacoby. Today I've made a summary of the first season of the Clone Wars. If you like this kind of content, please remember to like and subscribe. And without further ado, let us begin. The galaxy is in chaos. A war rages across the stars. The Separatists, a coalition of systems led by Count Dooku, have seceded from the Galactic Republic, sparking a devastating conflict known as the Clone Wars. With countless planets caught in the middle, the Republic turns to its last line of defense, the Jedi Order. Once peacekeepers and diplomats, the Jedi have now become generals, leading the Republic's newly created army of clone soldiers. At the beginning of the Clone Wars, Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker is a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield. His talent in combat is unmatched, and his passion drives him to fight with a ferocity that earns him both admiration and concern from his fellow Jedi. But Anakin is far from perfect. Though he is a skilled warrior, he struggles with his emotions, especially his attachment to his friends and comrades. His impulsive decisions, often taken in the heat of battle, sometimes jeopardize the mission or his team's safety. Yet, it's not just Anakin who is in the spotlight. His journey is about to take a new direction. Anakin is unexpectedly given a Padawan learner, a young Togruta girl named Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka is brash, headstrong, and eager to prove herself. Her assignment to Anakin is a surprise to both of them. Initially, Anakin feels burdened by the responsibility. He's already dealing with the chaos of war, and now he has to train a new Jedi. Ahsoka, on the other hand, is determined to show that she's capable of much more than people might expect of a young apprentice. Their relationship starts on shaky ground. Ahsoka's eagerness to jump into action often clashes with Anakin's more measured approach. But as the season progresses, both learn from each other. Anakin's impulsiveness teaches Ahsoka the value of quick thinking in battle, while Ahsoka's resolve pushes Anakin to reflect on his actions more deeply. Their dynamic becomes one of mutual respect, though it's still filled with tension. Anakin's personal struggles mirror Ahsoka's growth, and through their adventures, the two begin to form a bond that will last far beyond the battlefields of the Clone Wars. While Anakin and Ahsoka take center stage, the show also takes time to highlight the clone troopers, the soldiers bred for war. Each clone, though genetically identical, begins to show distinct personalities, especially as they face the horrors of battle. Captain Rex, Anakin's loyal clone commander, plays a pivotal role throughout the season. Rex, unlike many of his brothers, is a thinking soldier, one who values strategy, camaraderie, and a deep sense of duty. He often acts as the voice of reason, contrasting with Anakin's more reckless approach. Over time, Rex becomes one of Anakin's closest allies and most trusted friends. But the clones are more than just soldiers. They're also individuals. Episodes like The Hidden Enemy and Rookies delve deeper into their humanity, showing that they are more than just instruments of war. While they're bred for battle, they form bonds with one another, experience fear, and struggle with the violence they're constantly surrounded by. In the episode Rookies, a small group of clones stationed on a remote outpost face a separatist attack. The episode focuses on their courage, friendship, and the realization that they're not just soldiers, they're people. Despite their training and purpose, the clones start to question their roles in the war. Fives and Jesse, two of the clones featured in Rookies, come to realize that they're not just tools of the Republic. They, too, can make decisions, form opinions, and even question orders. This growing sense of self-awareness plays a major role in future seasons, but is seeded early in their stories. Though the focus is on the war itself, the political landscape of the galaxy is also in turmoil. The Galactic Senate, led by Chancellor Palpatine, has granted the Republic sweeping emergency powers, essentially turning Palpatine into a military dictator. As the war stretches on, it becomes clear that Palpatine's power and influence over the Republic are growing. The Jedi are pulled deeper into the military conflict, losing their role as peacekeepers and becoming more entrenched in the war effort. The Jedi Council itself is divided. Some, like Master Yoda, struggle with the moral implications of their involvement in the war. Yoda, ever wise, often questions whether the Jedi are becoming too militarized, too entwined in the affairs of the Republic. Meanwhile, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Mace Windu continue to follow the orders of the Senate, but even they cannot ignore the increasing corruption and manipulation that threatens to consume the Republic from within. The Council also faces the shadow of Count Dooku, the former Jedi Master who now leads the Separatists. His ruthless campaign against the Republic is one of the driving forces behind the war, but there are hints that he's not working alone. Dooku's secret ties to darker forces remain unknown to the Jedi, even as they continue to fight for the survival of the Republic. Season 1 is filled with action-packed battles that take place across various planets, each one with its own unique challenges. On the planet Ryloth, the Republic is sent to liberate the Twi'leks from Separatist control. Anakin and Ahsoka are thrust into the chaos, working alongside the clones to take down the Separatist forces while also dealing with the complexities of protecting the civilians caught in the crossfire. The battle for Ryloth culminates in a daring rescue mission that shows Anakin's brilliance as a strategist, even as it highlights his increasingly reckless nature. In another episode, Rising Malevolence, the Republic faces a new and terrifying weapon. The Separatists' massive warship, the Malevolence, equipped with a devastating ion cannon capable of disabling entire fleets. Anakin, Ahsoka, and Captain Plo Koon must work together to destroy the Malevolence before it can do more damage. The episode is filled with thrilling dogfights, but it also reveals the growing stakes of the war. Both the Republic and Separatists are willing to sacrifice entire fleets to gain an advantage. By the end of Season 1, the toll of the Clone Wars becomes increasingly clear. The Republic is barely holding on, the Jedi are stretched thin, and the clones are beginning to question the morality of the conflict they've been thrust into. The question of what's right and wrong becomes murkier with each passing battle. Anakin, despite his impressive skills and growing bond with Ahsoka, is starting to slip into darker territory, struggling with his personal demons and his inability to truly trust others. He is haunted by the visions of loss, something that will play a pivotal role in his eventual fall to the dark side. That's it for today. Like and subscribe if you want to see the rest of the season summarized in 10 minutes. And please leave a comment if you have any suggestions on videos I could make or how I could change as one. And as always, may the Force be with you.